Hello YouTube viewers, this is Collector 513 again with another video of my collection. I wanted to show today my female horror film collection. I wanted to be spoiler free, so there are certain films I will not, go into full detail about. I'm try to go into detail about certain movies I show, some movies I show, but I won't go into too much detail because I feel it will definitely spoil the film or the show of what I show. So, let's dig in, guys. This is in alphabetical order. It took me half a day to get this together. So please like, subscribe, and share, and view, or whatever to support my channel or support my videos. I highly appreciate it, guys. Let's get started. As I said, these are in alphabetical order. So let's start with the numbers first. And then we'll work our way to Z. 47 meters down. The main character in that film is female. Nancy is the main character in Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, guys, tongue twists a little bit. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. These are the only films Nancy is in of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. A Quiet Place. The film revolves around the mother and her children. A Quiet Place. She is definitely a survivor in my book, and I give her respect and props. I don't want to go deeply into detail about this, American Werewolf in Paris, because I feel for anyone who hasn't seen this movie, it will spoil. But there is a female on the front of that case. That's all you all need to know. These are out of order. I apologize. Alien Resurrection. We all know Sigourney Weaver is definitely the badass chick in all these Alien films. Alien 3. So no need to go into explanation about these aliens. Alien. I have the anthology set here on Blu-ray. Alien Anthology. It has all 4 of the Alien films I just showed you. American Horror Story Season 3, Coven. This season here deals with witches. So, that's definitely part of the female horror collection. American Horror Story Season 6, Roanoke. I want to go into detail about that. American Horror Story, Season 9, 1984. Do not want to go into detail about that. American Psycho 2. As you can clearly see, the killer is sitting on the front of the case, so there's no hiding with that. Annabelle. She's a female doll. Yeah, female dolls are definitely included in this collection as well. Annabelle Creation. Annabelle Comes Home. Avenged. That is a revenge horror film. A female revenge horror film. Basic Instinct. This is more of a thriller. I didn't mention, guys, I'm sorry. I'm also including thrillers in this collection as well. Basic Instinct 2. Don't want to give too much away on those. Those are something, you just need to watch if you haven't seen them. The Blair Witch Project. I've included these because the Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. I've included these because a witch. It has the word witch in the title. So, And I've done research on these films. Blair Witch. And, people who serves the witch do the killings. So, yeah. A witch is definitely a female. So, I've included those films in the female horror collection. Bride of Chucky. She's a female doll. She is Chucky's sidekick. Bride of the Reanimator. a female undead zombie, or whatever you want to call her. Carrie. We all know Carrie. I don't have to go into any explanation about Carrie. Carrie, the last Carrie remake. I think this came on TV. Carrie, again. It's a different version. I have all the versions of Carrie. The Rage, Carrie, or Carrie 2. Couldn't see the 2 because of the sticker. Contracted, as you can clearly see, this movie definitely deals with the woman on the front of the case there. Cujo. For those who haven't seen this movie, the mother, it's not a huge spoiler, but the mother definitely, she's a survivor in that film. She does everything she can to survive. The Curve, this woman here does everything she can to survive as well. This is a good one. Darkness Falls. I don't know if it's spoiling it, but this definitely deals with a female. Okay. I don't want to spoil too much, you know, but for people who have never seen it. Dead Silence. This here deals with a female as well. Demons 2. Dr. Sleep. She's the main character. Besides him. So that's why this is considered part of the female horror collection. Dolly Dearest. That's clear. Eloise. This is clear. And the title is clear. No need to explain that. Firestarter. This is a horror film. For those who question. I researched on IMDb, Wikipedia, Google. It's definitely listed as a horror film. And she starts fire, for Christ's sake. So she is definitely part of a horrific female. Firestarter 2 Rekindled. I hate how they change characters. I feel they should have waited, you know, years and years and years until Drew Barrymore grew up older and starred her in the film instead. Friday the 13th. I already pretty much gave this away. You know, I said that, you know, the female, I don't want to give it, you know, for anyone who hasn't seen the original Jason, I will just leave it at that. Fright Night Part 2. I mean, I can't hide this, but there are female vampires in this movie. Same with this. Female vampires. From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn 2. Texas Blood Money. From Dusk Till Dawn 3. The Hangman's Daughter. Girls Against Boys. Girl Interrupted. This is a thriller. About crazy, or never mind. Don't want to, you know, give that away, whatever. I feel like I don't want to spoil anything. Halloween. The original. With the original Scream Queen. Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. Halloween 2. These are all my Blu-ray copies. I bought them all again on Blu-ray. In a box set. These are from the box set. H2O Halloween 20 years later. Halloween Resurrection. Halloween Again on DVD. Halloween 2. H2O, Halloween 20 Years Later again on DVD. Halloween Resurrection on DVD. Happy Birthday to Me. Just watch it. Don't want to spoil it. High Tension. Don't want to spoil it. House of a Thousand Corpses. There's not so much a spoiler in this film. But there you go. This is why I've included this in the female horror collection. Crazy Sherry Moon. Or Sherry Zombie. The Devil's Rejects. Again, she's part of the Notorious Killing Crew, so these are definitely part of the female horrors. She makes a, wow. She goes again. The Lords of Salem. That deals with, never mind. Would rather you all see it. Howling 2. Your Sister is a Werewolf. They just literally gave the entire movie away on the front of that, so there's no hiding with that. I Spit on Your Grave, the original 1970s version. These are revenge films, revenge horror films. You know, things happen to her. You know, for people who don't want to watch that kind of stuff. I Spit on Your Grave, unrated. I Spit on Your Grave 2. I Spit on Your Grave 3. Vengeance is Mine. They were a little hard to get through at first. I didn't like these films at first. I Spit on Your Grave. Them against, you know, women brutality. Jennifer's Body. Don't want to go too much into detail on that, but Megan Fox is clearly on the front of that case looking crazy evil, so there's really nothing to hide about that, but it's a good movie. Julia. Another revenge film. Another revenge film. Don't want to give this away too much. Let Me In. This is basically a remake of the original version, which I've never seen. Lights Out. Don't want to give that away. Watch it. Monster. This is... There you go. This is actually based on Eileen Wuornos. She's a real person. Real female serial killer. So there's not much to hide on that. Mother's Day. I will leave it at that and let you all watch that for yourself. Misery. Or Misery. That's one of my favorite female horrors. Mommy Dearest. This is more of a biography thriller. Well, not a thriller. It's... You just gotta watch it. Yeah, this movie is something else. I admit I love it. It was made in the early 80s, coming out of the 70s, so it you know, aged well. It's really good. Lovely Molly. Look at her. She's normal there, and then she turns to that. So the front of the movie, or the front of the case, pretty much shows you what happens with her. Ma. This was good. I enjoyed that one. I like the story and everything. I thought it was really cool. Mama. Hope I say this right. Martyrs. This is the original French version, which everyone says is better than the remake or the reboot or whatever you want to call it. I've never seen the remake. This is the original version of the film. The Martyrs. This is really good. Neighbor. You can clearly see she is a killer. or 9 of the demons. Apologize, guys. Sorry about that. 9 of the demons 2. 9 of the demons 3. No Good Deed. This is, they consider this a, like, I don't know, a thriller horror. Because, you know, what she goes through. Obsessed. Don't want to give that away too much. You know, it's okay. Ouija. Or Ouija, or however you say it. I've always heard people say Ouija. So it's one of those words like possum, you know, with the silent O. It literally looks like it's spelled E-E-I-J-A. It sounds like that, but it looks, and yeah, it looks completely different rather than how it's really spelled. Panic Room. This is a thriller. And I did research on Panic Room. I did not know Panic Room was based on a true story. I did not know that. I had no idea. Panic Room was really good. Paranormal Activity. 2, in particular, is part of the female horror collection. Paranormal Activity 2 again. I would say it's part of the female horror collection for reasons. You gotta watch them if you've never seen them. You'll see why. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, or Pride plus Prejudice plus Zombies. There are a bunch of female badasses right there. As you can clearly see. Queen of the Damned. Female vampire, clear as day on the front of that. Resident Evil. The badass Mila Jovovich, or Alice, whatever you want to call her by. I showed that in my badass female collection, video collection. So here we go again with the Resident Evils. Resident Evil Final Chapter. And I have all the Resident Evils again on DVD, which I, you know, bought these first. Resident Evil 1. I do not own them all on DVD as I do on Blu-ray. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Resident Evil Extinction. And Resident Evil Afterlife. Saw 2. We're not going into detail. Scream. This is a 3-film set. We all know Neve Campbell, beautiful Sydney Prescott, is definitely the main character in all of these movies. Scream 4. I do not have the newest one. I've seen it, but I don't have the newest one yet. I do plan to get it so I can complete my Scream collection. Scream on DVD. This DVD box set, I've seen better days. Shuttle. It's best to just watch this. It's best to watch it. Silent Hill. Best to watch it. And that's an okay movie. I think the video games are much better. The film failed horribly at adapting from the games. Silent Hill Revelation. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm sorry if anyone liked that. I don't like to show much opinion on movies that I don't want to offend anyone. Silent House. This was really, really, really good. I like this movie. This is more of a thriller. Single white female. Single white female 2. Sleepaway Camp. This has all 3 of the Sleepaway Camp movies. And I don't want to give anything away on these. Don't want to give anything away. Species. You can clearly see there's a female alien on the front of this case. So there's nothing to hide about that. Species 2 deals with the same female alien. Species 3 deals with the same female alien. And Species 4, the exact same thing as the first 3 films. Stigmata. You can clearly see what she's going through on the front of the case art. There's no need to go into full detail about Stigmata. Swim fan, thriller, very good movie. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I would rather you all watch this. I watched this movie repeatedly at least 50 times. I'm not even exaggerating. It's a good movie. Really good movie. It's worth the watch. The Bad Seed. You can clearly see or have an idea of what's going on in this film. It's pretty old, by the way. I think it came out in the 50s. It's black and white. The Craft. Female Witches. Boodle Boom. The Crush. This is a thriller. The Curse of La Llorona. Or La Llorona. The Descent. All these females. Well, thought they were going to show them on the back of that, but yeah, this is definitely yeah. I love that film. They did a good job on that one as well. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. This is the most saddest. It's really sad, and it's based on a true story. It's really sad movie. The Exorcist. No need to go into detail about any of these films. The Exorcist 2, or Exorcist 2, The Heretic. The Conjuring. The Cleansing Hour. Don't want to go into detail about that. I'll watch that a few times as well. That's really good. The Faculty. Don't want to go into detail. The Grudge. We can clearly see she's a female creature. Or no, she's an entity. Or spirit. The Grudge 2. I haven't seen the new remake or whatever the new one is. I don't know if it's a sequel or remake or whatever it is. I've not seen it yet. I do want to see it. The Grudge 3. I know there's a bunch of other ones out that I haven't got around to getting yet. Ju-On. Ju-On 2. There's a bunch of Ju-On movies out. I don't have them all. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. This is more of a thriller. The Invisible Man. The Last Exorcism. The Last Exorcism Part 2. The Last House on the Left. The 1970s version. And there is a remake of the film. The Last House on the Left. The Mummy. You can clearly see there's a female mummy in this film. There she goes. I mean, she was a hot mummy. The Nun. The Others. For those who haven't seen this, I will not go into detail. It will spoil the movie. The Possession. Based on a true story. And I did research it, and man, the story is crazy. It's crazy. A lot of these movies, little that people know, are based off of real events. A lot of movies. Be surprised. The Ring. Everyone who's seen The Ring know what the ring deals with. This young lady right here. The ring 2. Sorry. This was supposed to be after Rings. Ringu Anthology of Terror. This is all the older, or yeah, the Korean versions of the Ring. I would say the Japanese versions. And here's Rings. The Roommate. The Shallows. I love this lenticular case art. It's really cool. The Smokers. These chicks are crazy. The Strangers. You're probably wondering if you haven't seen this. There's a guy with a back on his head dragging a body. What does females have to do with this? Well, there you go. There are actually 2 ladies in the group of these masked killers. So this is definitely considered a female horror film. And here they go again. Well, this time they're on the front of the case. The Strangers Pray at Night. There they all go. All 3 of them. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is considered a female horror film because of her. For reasons. That box has seen better days. It's one of my earlier DVDs I got back when I was a teenager. The Woman in Black. The woman clearly is a reason why this is considered a female horror film. And we don't need to go into detail about any of the Underworld films. Kate Beckinsale is the main antagonist in these films. Underworld Evolution. I don't know what to consider her. You know, seeing all these Underworld Awakening. You know, all the Underworld films. I love these movies. I can always go back and rewatch. Underworld Blood Wars. Underworld Trilogy. As the first 3 Underworld films. I showed those in my action female collection. Unfriended. Will not go into detail. Visions. Will not go into detail. That's something you have to watch. Winchester. I question to show this movie here because, I don't know. Long story. Not going to get into it. But, yeah. That's Winchester. The Witch. Or the Witch. How it looks on the front case. And this is the last movie I have to show of my female horror collection. Zombie Strippers. And that is all, folks. Thank you once again for, viewing one of my collections. Again, thank you guys very much. We'll try to think of other, other games or films or whatever to share. And, try to get some more subscriptions. Thank you guys very much for viewing. Sorry, this video was 28 minutes. Try to make it a little shorter, but thank you guys very much. Collector up. Have a great weekend coming in, and enjoy your day, guys. Collector 513 out.